So what is up, guys? Today we're going to be doing the turbo lines finally. I actually ordered a turbo line kit for RB20 from CX Racing, and it's not CX Racing's fault that the lines are too short. It was for their different manifold. It wasn't for the manifold I have, and it wasn't for the turbo I have. So it's nothing on them. I just ordered the wrong parts. So I had to piece together everything, and that was not fun. It costed almost double what the CX Racing kit cost, so that was awesome. And yeah, everything showed up today except for one piece I still need in here. So that hole right there, that is the oil feed, and the fitting that I got is too small. So I ordered the correct size fitting, and she should be here next week. Okay, so I already put the oil feed fitting on the turbo, and I put some Teflon tape in there just to help seal it, because I'm not running a flange, I'm just running that. And then from there it's going to 90 and then, you know, go loop its way to the feed. Here is the flange that goes on the turbo. There is the gasket for it that actually came with the turbo. And then here's the other piece to the flange that converts it to a -10, and it's got an O-ring there, so you don't really need any Teflon tape or anything. The O-ring should seal it. This side, the hole is bigger than this side. Precision Turbo recommends this because it helps with drainage, and since I'd like to keep my warranty, I'm going to get the parts that they recommend. And here's a -4 AN fitting that's going to go from the feed on the block, and it's going to go through this -4 AN line to this -4 AN 90, which is going to sit on top of the turbski. This is my -10 AN return line, and I already have it marked where I'm going to cut it for the drain line. And then the other fitting's gonna go there. Also, you probably saw this in the background while I was showing you all the other stuff. I got a gritty timing belt, and I ordered the tensioner pulley and the idler pulley and the tensioner spring, and those should be here anytime now. So we'll be replacing that on here, and we should be good. Because I took a look under there, and I mean, everything looks fine. Like, I probably could get away with it. However, let's just replace it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. I'm just gonna cut it with a grinder. There's multiple methods of doing it, but I have a grinder, so I'm gonna use a grinder. Alright, so now we've got her all cut, so we're just gonna clean it up, and then we will put the other fitting on. Alright, so now we've got our electrical tape on it, and I just blew some compressed air into there because we used the grinder, so there were some like stuff in there that you don't really want to get in your turbo or anything, even though this is the return, so it would go into the sump, but I'd like to not have anything that doesn't belong in the sump, you know? So we'll just throw it in the vise and gently clamp it down. And with these fittings, when you go to thread them on, you thread them on backwards like you're trying to take it off, because the threads in here that clamp onto the hose are reversed. So you go counterclockwise instead of clockwise to tighten it. And then you want to get it as far up as you can. So right here, that's as far as it's going to go. So we're good here, so now we can put the other part of the fitting on this. So this part is kind of hard just to get to the first few threads to get in there, because this sort of expands the hose, and it can only expand so much, you know, because it's in there, but it'll go. It's just, you know, it's just a pain. But on this, it is clockwise to tighten. It's normal threads on here. Okay, so now we have our return line done, and yeah, the fitting got a little fucked up because I don't have the AN wrench for it, which protects the coating, but this is the drain. No one's gonna see the drain, and these aren't even like these fittings aren't like super expensive fittings. Like, I didn't get like the top AN fittings. I got, you know, AN fittings. I just got just regular ones, so I'm not too worried about that. No one's gonna see it anyways. So the feed is a little more important though, because people will see it, so be extra careful on the feed. So here we have the flange that goes on the turbo itself on the drain side, and then we got the gasket for it right here. We got the hardware. And here is the adapter fitting that goes from whatever thread this is to -10 AN. So it does have an O-ring, as you can see right there. You don't have to put Teflon tape or anything on it, and you'll be fine. That O-ring should seal it. So you just put them together tighten it. And then get the gasket, get the hardware, and we'll go put it on the turbo. And then this is the fitting that goes into the block and then goes to dash 10. And it is a 3/4 NPT, but the hole and block, the thread is 3/4 BSP, which is just slightly larger than 3/4 NPT. So I'm gonna put some Teflon tape on it and we should be good. Alright, so here we go. We got our Teflon tape on it. And everything should be good. When you do this, make sure not to block here or here. You shouldn't put anything on this side anyways, but make sure you don't block it. You don't want to be blocking the oil returning from the turbo. So the reason that I didn't go all the way is because BSP threads are tapered, which means it gets smaller as you go in more. So I can't go in anymore, and I really like to not ruin the block. So we should be good. It's got the Teflon tape and it's in pretty far, so we're gonna be fine. So now we can just put the return line on and then we'll call it good. Alright guys, return line is in. She's all good. I think in the future I may turn this into a 90 to have it run more over, but honestly, I mean, that's a pretty straight line. There's no kink or anything, so that's good. You don't want that, but I think that's a pretty straight line. I think we'll be fine. And then for the feed, we can't really do anything yet because we still don't have that fitting for there. But I also got here, I ordered this from CX Racing. It's the RB coolant block. And I already installed it. It's super easy. It's got an O-ring too, so you don't need to put Teflon tape or anything on it. You can just install it. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for today's video because we don't have the fitting for the feed. Yeah, I've got it just hanging here. Really, I don't know what length it needs to be at, so I can't cut it yet. Because that's the feed right there, but I have to have a adapter to dash 6 and then an adapter to dash 4, and then from there the dash 4 fitting. And the dash 4 fitting is this long. So instead of it being just like this, it's gonna stick out to like here or something. I don't know how long the fittings are exactly, so I can't cut the hose to length yet. But by the time those parts get here, the other stuff for the timing is gonna get here, so that'll probably all be in the same video. So I just wanted to get the oil return line done, and then I've got the fitting on for the feed for the top of the turbo. So all we gotta do is put the adapters in, put the fitting in, and then cut the hose, and then the turbo will be done, oiled, and ready to go. And then from there we've got for the boost controller, we'll have to get the lines for that, and have to get the boost controller. I'm gonna get the AEM boost control solenoid, because I'm go AEM ECU. I'll use their boost controller, I'll use their products just so it's easier on me and the tuner. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today. We're so close to getting this motor in. I think in the next couple weeks, or maybe a few weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, pull the KA out, clean the engine bay, paint it, you know, get it all nice, ready for this RB, and then drop the RB in, and then go from there. Mock the intercooler piping up and all that fun stuff. Alright guys, so I got all the links to all the parts that I got in this video in case you guys need them for your turbo build. So yeah, definitely look in the description and they'll be there. So if you're excited for that, definitely hit that subscribe button, and hit the little bell next to it, get notified whenever a video goes up. And also, if you like this video, definitely comment down below and leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.